Hello and welcome back to Intuitive Gems. Before I get started, I'm gonna do a really quick prayer. God, angels, ancestors, and guides, please guide me to the collective energy. Only helping me guide them for the highest good and the highest good. Only remove me and allow me to be the pure channel for the white light. Archangel Michael, come in and protect me as I channel these messages. Archangel Raphael, protect the hearts of all involved. Archangel Metatron, give me as well as the collective clarity. I say, hey y'all, welcome and welcome back. I'm going to I want to tell you guys, thank you. I'm sorry, all of a sudden I just got pulled to my attention got pulled to this card. So there is something that you're doing that's a service to spirit. I already did a pre-shuffle, and so the overall energy that is coming out is you have a choice, or you're about to be presented a choice. It's like you have so many different ways to go on this journey. You have the ability to kind of create, but it's a lot of you being in your mind at this time. It's like it's an energy of you're not worried about the money necessarily on moving. You're not necessarily considering money, but you're just in your mind about if this is the right way to go, if this is going to create something that you'll be happy about in the future, like you'll be content with the choice that you're making. Whew. You're afraid that if you make a certain choice or you do a certain thing, that something is going to be hidden, like some type of betrayal, some type of something that's going to put you in a state where you're back in your head. I'm hearing back to the basics. Yeah, you want a type of relationships around you that are equal reciprocity, people holding each other accountable, as well as like, because it's like you're able to feel the love when somebody is able to hold you accountable and you're able to hold them accountable as well. Whenever you look towards like the past, it's like you are looking at everything that you lost. You're looking at the things that hurt you. It's a whole lot of swords out here. It's a lot of you being in your mind about things, but this cycle is coming to an end. You're going to decide when you make this choice to be service to spirit. It's like you're going to find your happiness. You're going to find your success. You're going to move into these waters that are way more calmer than you realize. Tell me more. Okay, so you could have been experiencing, or you could have once experienced like nothing. You had to start, trying to make sure I'm covering up before I get close. You had to start over. When I told Spirit to tell me more, it was because you had to deal with financial restraints, something significant about because of love. So you either had to start over because of love, or you had to because you wore your heart on your sleeve, or because of something you spoke about associated with a family or a relationship of any kind. But Archangel Michael has been protecting this opportunity for you to gain this value, gain this like this wealth. It's like it comes off as like rags to riches type of energy, because it's like you're trying to figure out if you're making the best choice. Are you saying the right thing at the right time? Are you moving in the ways that you need to? Yeah, your spirit guides are supervising this situation. Like, I'm hearing on top of the world. So there's an energy of you feeling like you're on top of the world. What you don't see is there's an ending that you're not going back to it. You're not starting over. This is something very new. But it's coming in to bring in peace and balance and happiness, as well as a success that so I'm seeing like a castle on the hill. So it's like you are in a position, and I'm not necessarily saying that that's going to be your outcome, but you're going to be far away from the things that once had you in your mind, the things that you were like where you were restricted, or where you were drained. So for example, if this is a relationship, this could be family, this could be friends, this could be a partner, but whatever it is that has had you strained or in your mind drained in any way, or having you a lot of like overthinking or contemplating if you're making the right choice. If I go down this way, am I going to be betrayed? If I go down this way, how is things going to affect me? All right. It's taking away that fear is what I just heard. Like there's something that is going to come in, and you're going to realize that the dormer wheel is kind of starting to spin. So the people where you were once pressured, you felt pressure to do certain things, to move a certain way, where you were in your mind trying to figure out like morally, is this the right thing for me? Is this the right thing to do? Then there is, whatever it is that has had you in your emotions, you're going to get to a place of realizing that the wheel is turning. So the people that brought lessons to you, that tried to hurt you or tried to betray you or tried to stop you from having success and growth, you're going to see that they're getting what they have coming to them. Spirit is making it happen. Something about going downtown, because I'm hearing making my way downtown, walking fast. So you could live downtown, but your inner strength in those times where you had to just sit back and kind of survey, like, okay, should I have this person in my life? Okay, I got to get rid of them. I need to move away from this. I need to act on that. When you were doing that, the mental strength, your inner strength to not just be able to look at your situation in its entirety and take other people into consideration, like your spirit guides are truly seeing it. They can see, it's like someone coming in. I'm hearing hello. it's me. So you may be getting a phone call, and somebody is telling you, this could be somebody from your past, but they're coming in and they're telling you like, hey, I see what has happened. This person could be someone that once held secrets, or this is someone that, or you held back from, or they held back from you. This could be a agency, a company, but it's like someone is looking at everything that you have lost, and this is an outside of you energy. So someone else is able to see the things that you've lost, how you had to recreate or create. I'm hearing something out of nothing. And intuitively, you could possibly feel this wheel is about to turn. Like you could feel karma is about to start. I'm hearing taking prisoners. So somebody could be going to jail, but karma could be having someone mentally in their mind. So for me, whenever I think about a mental imprisonment, it's like over and over again, steady thinking about the things, the choices that was made, the people that you allowed to do and roam and run amok in your life, feeling like having low self-esteem. That's what I feel like you feeling vulnerable all the time, but also not knowing how to kind of get out of it, of feeling vulnerable, that feeling of being vulnerable, not knowing how to kind of balance that out. So you're in your mind all the time in survival mode, always in defense, ready to fight, always thinking that everything and everybody is out to get you, or is out to betray you in some way. Not standing in your power, not being able to live in a place of harmony, as well as like not able to heal not just yourself, but the other people around you that are coming into your life. It's like you're not able to heal yourself first. But if this is you, so let me just tell you, place the energies where they go. But if you're the one that's in this mental debacle where you're mentally restricted, you have the inner strength inside of you to balance this out. You have that intuition. Your intuition is on point where you don't have to sit here and keep looking at everything that you've lost, looking at how you think or feel like your life should have been, the relationships that could have worked out if you would have, like whatever that is, like how there's no harmony. Like stop looking at the chaos or the mistakes of not just you, but of others, and kind of projecting that onto other people. Because what's happening is Spirit is telling you that regardless of how much you isolate, no matter how much you kind of observe the things and the people around you, you start new rituals, new things, and I say rituals, but start new ways of doing things, but making them ritualistic where your consistency. Ritual is just being consistent. You being consistent in your actions, being consistent in your spiritual sound mind or strength. I'm seeing it like as soon as that action is taken, there's a empathy as well as sympathy for not just yourself, but like other people you encounter. It's like now you're going to be moving into a state of like your moral compass, your moral code, like the parts of you that were in the dark. And what I mean by that is you weren't being integral, and not necessarily you, but somebody else. It's like where they weren't being integral, they weren't ready to be held accountable. This is an energy of someone realizing that another person is a direct channel. They could be like seeing, like they could be coming out of the fog. That's how it's coming through. It's like they're coming out of the fog where they once moved in an energy of them being constrained or restricted in some sense, where they felt like they didn't have the key or the strength to overcome whatever it was. Strong emphasis on them not having the inner strength or not having the tools to kind of get them out of the dark place, that mental prison. It's like you encounter someone, or there's something that happens that kind of catapults your intuition into like not looking at what you lost or the mistakes you've made and not dwelling in it, but showing yourself empathy where you're able to see it the way that it needs to be seen for you to heal it. And I tell my children this all the time, like healing, a lot of times people don't heal because the work is so much work, it's so hard to do, and emotional hurt is very uncomfortable. I'm picking up that energy here where it's like someone felt like it was just easier to stay in the dark. It was easier to kind of observe from a distance and not work on self, but create the chaos, create the misfortunes. And if they weren't creating it, it was like they were just an innocent bystander, but just watching. Because I'm seeing a ship kind of rolling in. I'm seeing somebody standing at the dock. So this could have something to do with money. But yeah, this is exactly that. Thank you, Spirit, for the clarification. This is someone doing things out of their ego. And if you once were doing this and you ended up getting the strength to kind of take the action to move on and evolve your soul, evolve your spirit in some sense, and move to a different timeline, make different choices. You realize you have more choices than you realize. I don't know why I just said that like that, but there's something that's going to be balanced out. In your life, there's so much that's going to be balanced out. Archangel Michael is coming in, and is bringing in that harmony, bringing in the balance of this wheel of fortune, this a new opportunity that you could possibly, it's like you could feel it. You feel it coming. Archangel Michael, why you out here? Okay. All right. All right. So, because in the shadows of your emotions, in those shadows, in those dark places, there is, like, you're able to manifest stability. You're able to bring in or receive or experience love. But it's like you working through those emotions. And it's like you taking off the mask off of your face and just working on whatever those things that are haunting you. Those choices, those mistakes, those situations that you were not in control of, but yet you had to experience it. So for example, it was like it was your parents' choice or your guardian's choice, but then you had to deal with you because you were a child, you weren't able to make the choice, if that makes sense. I feel like that didn't make sense. Okay, so when you're a child, you can't make choices. You kind of are going with the flow of whatever choice your parents make that will affect you. So it's like sometimes parents make choices and they may feel like it's what's best for them or what's best for the child, when sometimes it's not necessarily the best. Those decisions sometimes haunt them. So for example, parents that stay in abusive relationships and then or allow their co-parent to abuse their child, like that child has to deal with those as they grow up. Or if they end up and leave the parent, one parent leaves another, or they separate and it's not on good terms, those choices, the people that the parents choose to have around, they influence those children. So it's a energy of dealing with those hidden emotions or hidden demons that are keeping you in a place where you're not stable, and having that strength to work through that and building like solid foundations of moral. I'm just seeing concrete being poured. So construction may be significant, something dealing with concrete, but a solid foundation is very significant. I'm hearing no one told you it was going to be easy. No one told you it was going to be easy. There's some realizations that you're about to have. But it's all happening out of love. Like your spirit team loves you. That's the reason why you're going through what you're going through, what you're experiencing. It's really the medicine that you need to kind of get to a place of not attaching to people and being able to attach to spirit. So be patient with yourself at this time, because right now you're in a position of dealing with divine's creation. Like accepting the journey. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. Accepting the journey and the paths that divine is creating just for you. And kind of transmuting. On this path, you're kind of transmuting whatever it is that is toxic, or whatever those shadows, like the things that hunt you. I keep getting like you're being hunted by some choices. And if not the choice, but if not a choice that you made, but a choice, even if it's a choice of other people, you're moving out of a place of having to feel like somebody could have been calling you crazy. Because I'm hearing sometimes I feel like a nut, sometimes I don't. So it's like coming out of that energy where you feel crazy for thinking or wanting to experience this. You're bringing more value to yourself. So it's you learning more about different cultures, or you putting yourself around other people where you're finding the likeness and not always seeing or taking things as a betrayal or feeling as if you have to be in survival mode. So you're taking situations, how can I say this? You're taking situations as attack. Thank you, Spirit. Taking things as an attack, okay? What you don't see coming is there's going to be this offer that's going to come in, and it's coming in soon, but it's so worth your while. It's going to be something that's going to be emotional for you, but it's a brand new start. It's a brand new start. It's a brand new start. You're sitting pretty. It's like you're attracting based off of what you kind of walked away from, based off of your choices of your past. Things are kind of just coming to you. You're able to be content with the separations, not just with other people, but with the emotions of, it's like separating your emotions from the logic. So it's like I told you about the decisions that needed to be made. So if this is a situation where you have trauma from your childhood, it's like looking at the situation, not from the child's mind, but you looking at a situation from your adult mind. And you like, you know what? Yeah, I see why my parent felt this way. No, I see why they had to do this. Okay, now I'm in this situation and it's similar. Or now I can let this part of me go because I understand that this is the reason why. And it's like unlearning and relearning how to be, not as an adult, but also like to stand in your strength. Like that's what's going on. It's like you are giving the gift of being able to do the inner work and change your perception of the things that have made you greedy, attached to where you were obsessively doing or obsessively attaching, like where you were once being, you were chaining yourself to other people or situations. It's like you're going to receive this clarity, but it's a gift. The realizations that you're going to have when you're doing this inner work, this is a gift. This is a gift from spirit. Whatever it was that was once weighing you down, like you're about to see it as it making you stronger, or how it's made you stronger. And you're going to be pleased within yourself about this. You're going to realize that, like, okay, I'm on top of the game. Like, you're on top of this. Whatever has happened, like, you have overcome it. Okay. There's a lot of you standing in that energy, standing in your power of, all right, where I once was a mental imprisonment. Where I once was, I was chained and I was bound by the experiences I had, the choices I made, the choices that my parents made, the people that I trusted or were older than me, or whatever, decisions they made that influenced me. I was bound by those things. It's like you taking the time to unlearn everything and get to a place of not being bound, or not choosing not to be blinded or blindsided by the limit beliefs, your limited view, your limited comprehension or understanding of situations, because your emotions are raging. It's like you are getting to a place of not juggling decisions or trying to figure out like what's the decision to make, but you're making these decisions and you're putting these things to rest, like one thing at a time. And there's something new that's coming in for you because of this. I keep hearing you may be eating nuts, because I keep hearing sometimes I feel like a nut, sometimes I don't. So there's you needing to accept you. Someone is bent out of shape because of who you are, because you're doing what you must do to better you, or for you to be who you are. Like somebody's bent out of shape. They telling you, you got things to do, so go on and heal. Go on and heal. It's all right to be alone. You're in great company. Whatever your intentions are is the gateway to what you're going to end up and continue to endure. So if your intentions is to deceive somebody, yeah, you're going to get that back. You're going to end up and get hurt, and not necessarily in a physical form, but there's some type of emotions that, you're trying to get over on somebody, you're trying to betray somebody, whatever those intentions are. Spirit is going to end up, and the one that was naive to the situation, they're going to end up and have a victory or a protection. Also, when you're about to take action to move away from this energy of walking out of your darkness and kind of truly experiencing life, not in survival mode, not experiencing life in the dark. It's like, woe is me, always the victim, always seeing it like somebody is wrong, but actually understanding people for who they are and not judging them based off of the differences, but what are really similarities. You're going to be able to I'm getting like you're going to be able to kind of break the mold. You're going to break the mold. You're going to break the mold. You're going to do something, and the old you is going to shatter. Like there's not going to be no going back to it. You're not going to be able to go back to it. You're going to be able to seize every day. You're going to be able to seize every day. Wear your crown with honor, you guys. Like your spirit team, your spirit guides are forever by your side. Okay. I'm not gonna lie. This has been a feeling of release. It's like a feeling of release. I accept my life exactly how it is. That's the energy that I kept getting. It's like you being able to work on that shadows and work through whatever it is that you have had to endure. The things that made you or held you bound, that kind of made you attach or be distant or feel like you had to be in survival mode. Like whatever those things were, it's like there's an energy of truly accepting it and truly kind of just, I'm hearing like following it, letting it fall by the wayside. I am calm and safe in the midst of chaos. This is where I feel like you're going. I don't feel like you're there necessarily, but I feel like it's coming based off of your actions. As I rest in my sacred womb, I heal. These are y'all affirmations. The womb. So how I look at this is like your inner child. That inner child, like I've been talking about, like parental choices. Like this is what I'm picking up on. That inner child needing that safe space. Your inner child needing the womb, like your womb, to move forward and have the appreciation and the, like I keep just getting like that needing to be able to breathe. It's like you've been making choices to kind of protect your inner child or protect, but at the same time you've been doing more damage than good. But there's a sense of you being calm in the chaos where your emotions are going to be able, you're going to be able to see like what's the demons that's in your emotions that have had you kind of locked down, where you're not able to hear your inner voice, not able to be calm and safe in the midst of all the chaos. Like you're gonna know, you're gonna learn like what it is. You're gonna have spirit pinpoint it, and then when you're gonna work on it, and then once you take that action to make sure that you're okay, that's when you're gonna be able to let go of all of the fears that you have, and your soul is going to be restored. All right, you're gonna be able to walk away from that survival and experience love, and not just like an intimate love, like a me and you type love, but a love where no matter who you encounter, you can feel and experience some type of love there, and there's no attachment that you need. So if that means like you go to the gas station and you go to the same gas station every time, and you feel, and somebody is kind to you, or they give you a smile, or they give you there's some type of kindness there, you don't feel attached where you have to attach yourself to them, but you just experience it. You experience it for exactly what it is, God's love. And then you can go on and you continue life. But then when you go to the grocery store and the small conversations, you see that as, and you experience and feel like that love, and not feeling like you have to be in survival mode. Like you don't have to protect yourself from them, but you also don't have to attach yourself to them to protect yourself. You're just in a mode of releasing but it's going to help your inner child so much. Like I'm seeing a child where they're not getting a lot of oxygen. The inner child. So you may want to do breath work where you sit here and you breathe, and then like intentionally breathe from your diaphragm and let your brain get the oxygen you need, because oftentimes you don't realize how much you hold your breath throughout chaotic situations or situations where you are in fear. So you may need to start doing a little bit more breath work, because you may be holding your breath and you're not in situations. You may feel like something is taking your breath away, but it's working out. But it's going to take you to do some action. You're going to have to realize that this is where you are. This is what's been going on, and you need to do something about it to change it. It's not anybody else's job, but it's yours. Okay, I want to tell you guys thank you. I saw 40 on the timer, but I knew that if I stopped, I was definitely going to get distracted. So I want to tell you guys thank you so much for coming out. Thanks for all the likes, shares, comments, subscribes. Until next time, everybody, namaste and blessings to you and yours.